Biskus, Miriam, or Neshama should have an Aliyah. Now, my name is Ilan. From a very early age, I was very unhappy. I was very disconnected. I spent the majority of my childhood fantasy, video games, comic book, movies. I did not like regular reality. When I was 16, I'd stumbled onto drugs with my friends. Now, we all enjoyed getting high, but for me, it was so much more than just an enjoyment. It was like, this is the solution. This is my life. This is what I've been missing. And it progressed like most addicts. After a while, the drugs stopped doing what they did in the beginning, but I just couldn't stop. Fast forward 15 years, Adderall, marijuana, alcohol, MDMA, LSD, that was before breakfast. Forget all the stuff I took at night. Now, I was also dual diagnosed. From ages 18 to 25, I was diagnosed with OCD, depression, anxiety, ADHD, and bipolar disorder. I spent over a decade speaking to psychologists, going to psychiatrists, all the medicine, all the therapies. I only got worse, never better. And I had a moment, did not come from inside me because I was so resistant to help. I had a moment where I need help, and a miracle 3 days later, I was down in Florida, and they told me things I'd never heard before. I couldn't even imagine. They said, Ilan, your problems, they may express themselves medically and emotionally, but their core, there are spiritual problems which express themselves in extreme selfishness and bad character. Now, how selfish was I? I mean, I cut everybody out of my life. I only spoke to people if I need something from them. I called my friend. You know what the first question was? Ilan, what do you need? I lived in relative isolation. I would never go out to eat because I couldn't handle waiting online because it was me, me, me. I took the passenger seat out of my car because I didn't want anyone to ask me for a ride. Now, I was very resistant, like we all were. And I was fighting what was the truth. I had a moment, my parents wanted to take me out. I was like, I want to leave. Rabbi was like, Ilan, your parents want to take you out. I was like, oh my God. My life flashed forward. I was like, I'm in trouble. And shortly after, I experienced what we all experience, those of us that get better, the first step. I realized that I was never going to be able to stop. I tried everything. This thing has me. I'm not in control. Moreover, our lives have become unmanageable. I looked through my life and I saw no matter anything I thought that would make me happy, when I got it, it was followed by the same thing. Now what? Now what? Now what? And it was like, this is real. I'm never going to be happy. And I looked around at other addicts. They all had the same experience, the same problem, and they were getting better. And like intellectually, I knew it was God. Right? I spent 6 years in yeshiva. I knew machshava, halacha. It was all over here. My group members asked me a question. They said, Ilan, does God have a relationship with you? I was like, my heart's beating. He brought me down here. Of course he has a relationship with me. Then they asked me, do you have a relationship with God? Now that moment was not emotional, not intellectual. It was beyond anything I ever experienced. It was so clear that no, I do not have a relationship with God. I'm too selfish and self-centered to have this two-way relationship. And B, the thing that I've been missing my entire life, that emptiness, it was that. And it was time to make the third step decision. Now, the rabbi asked a few days before I made my third step decision, he said, Ilan, he asked the group, he said, why do we do this? Someone's like, to get better. He's like, well, isn't that a little selfish? That's the problem. He said, the reason we do this is to help others, to be willing to give of ourselves to get other people better, and to be Kadishem Shemayim. And at that moment, it was like, that's so right, followed by, what about me? That's so right, what about me? It was like that for 12 hours, pretty much, until like sitting in the yard, and I was like, wait a minute. This is the conflict. I have a goof, selfish goof, and I have a neshama that is crying out for this connection. And I made my third step decision to try to help others. And let's fast forward 2 years. Now, psychologically, emotionally, no problems. Mania, that's something I hear about. It's depression, anxiety, nothing abnormal. I don't take medicine for ADHD anymore, yet I'm able to learn 10 hours a day, on a good day, 12 hours. I have a great relationship with my parents. I have friends. I'm social. I'm a respected, well-liked member of my community. You have all people from NMB, you would be amazed, who comes to me and asks me for the weirdest advice. I am 12 months away from becoming a rabbi, and I've started the process looking for a wife, start a family, things that only seem like a fantasy. Now I want to reiterate one more time. You are not witnessing the story of a group of guys who changed their lives. You're looking at a group of guys whose lives have been changed. Okay, with your help, no one else has to die. We never have to hear about another Miriam ever again. We don't just save lives, we change them for the better. Thank you.
Thanks, Ilan.